Okay guys, this is my dad's 753. Hold on. Alright. It needs a gas tank gasket, but yeah, we've been messing around with this one here and there. It's got a 701 transmission in it that we pull out of a 69 workhorse. Unbeknownst to us, it was a 701 trans. I just picked up a belt guard a few weeks ago when I was up north for this because the original belt guard is on Dad's 502. Yeah, this is basically a work tractor, so it's gonna not have everything exact, but it's gonna be close. I got a 7-horse, well, not a 7-horse, it's a K91 air filter assembly I'm going to be putting on here as soon as I can get the one screw out of the K91 carb. But it's going to go on here. This thing takes a while to fire up when you first start it every day because of the fact that the gas tank's right there. Once I get the original tank back working, it should fire up with no help from ether or anything like that. This engine here is a old Bollins engine. It had water sitting in the bore when I brought it home, and I let it soak for a while. It spun free, but it had water in the bore. So my hopes for it was not the best. Then I had to repair the coil wire on here. Actually, to be honest, this plate on the side of the engine, the bearing plate, is not the original for this engine. The mag was shot on this one, and I pulled a bearing plate off of another 7-horse that had a bunch of other issues. So it got another bearing plate so I could get the other coil on here, which I had to repair the wire on that coil. That's what it was, which you can see right here. I wrapped it with, I cut the original coil wire off this coil and basically put this wire on that coil. This is the wire from the original coil for the engine, and basically I put heat shrink wrap there after I put them two together, and then put electrical tape over it. Surprisingly, it works better than buying a new coil. But yeah, this engine runs strong. It's got an 8-horse carburetor on it for right now. But anyway, we are just gonna get it fixed up and run it like it is. Eventually find a hood for it, and maybe later down the road, just maybe, it'll get repainted. But the 753, it's in pretty good shape. It had the trans plate welded up on it because it was cracked. Of course, like I said, the transmission was replaced. Dad let it sit after he got it and it froze up. But I'm planning on, if I keep this engine on here, I'm planning on finding an actual recoil. I've got the recoil, but I need a new cup for in here because the recoil cup is screwed up that I got. And then I also need a new shroud for the other recoil. That's what I need. But I'm planning on putting an actual recoil on it eventually, so we don't have to wrap it around. But yeah, this engine I got for free a few years ago, and like I said, my hopes was not high. It originally had no fuel pump. I had a fuel pump sitting around off of another engine I threw on here, and it fired right up. But anyway, that's pretty much all for this. But the cable does work for the slot hitch on this. I've actually had a mocked up, well, it's not a mocked up disc, but I actually had a disc on here at one time, and it seemed to be okay. Wouldn't keep the front end down, but since then I got rid of the disc. But somewhere around, my dad's got a wheel horse cultivator that I'm gonna put on one of these wheel horses. But anyway, my battery is about ready to die, so I need to get in there and charge it. But this is the 753. This is the only round hood other than the 754 that you guys have not seen running. But anyway, talk to you guys later.